Excuse me, sir. Forgot your receipt.
Checkout lines. Who needs them?
Have a nice day.
This is the future of e-business.
Company has become the first American firm to implant silicon chips in employees to track their every move. Don't be surprised if your company asks to tag you.
Then there is the issue of privacy and whether employers might start demanding employees get the chip implanted as a form of ID.
Actually, it's an inexpensive solution versus a retina scanner or a fingerprint ID. Those solutions are rather expensive. A retina scan, a fingerprint ID.
Now, many of us carry around an equivalent to this tiny little chip already, only they don't look like this, they look like this.
To track human beings by satellite.
We're working on a product that we have called internally a PLD. PLD stands for Personal Locating Device, which is an implantable GPS for which our company owns a patent. The first implantable microchip for humans and can be implanted surgically in the clavicle area of a child or someone that you are interested in tracking.
Here's Phil Keating.
Just like the microchips implanted in the necks of dogs and cats, allowing lost pets to be identified, this glass capsule can do the same for humans. In West Palm Beach, Florida, 100 elderly men and women diagnosed with Alzheimer's are now walking around with microchips embedded under their skin, and more are on the waiting list. Alzheimer's Community Care offers this service for free.
Groups who carry tracking devices are assigned to, what the equipment looks like, or where it's placed on the body. Just about every U.S. military vehicle in Iraq has GPS or another type of electronic tracking device so their commanders can monitor them. It's called Blue Force tracking. Some law enforcement units back home have experimented with chips that give physical data about officers.
Now, how did you come aware of the Masons doing the
chip? I went to a fair, and they were chipping everybody at the fair. The Masons were sponsoring it, and they said child identification program. But actually, it's just they're just trying to chip everybody, moms, kids, and anybody.
Now, what type of fair was this? Was it a Mason fair? Was it, say, get chipped fair?
No, it was talking about basically it would sound like health foods and a whole bunch of different stuff, but it was sponsored by the Masons.
It was sponsored by the Masons. Right, so the Masons sponsored a fair.
The whole thing. They were giving away free food and free money.
So they sponsored the fair to pull people in to chip them.
Yeah.
And you were telling me something like they were giving out free money at the fair or something like that?
They give you a $5 certificate with every time you got chipped, and they really give you more than $5. But
so if you get chipped, they give you some money to go eat.
Yeah, and with that, yeah, exactly.
So they feed you after they chip you. Oh, wow, how do they chump it? Wow, that's amazing. So they say, come get chipped and we'll stuff your face.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. What else is there? You were telling me something else that I thought that was really interesting. You said you were talking to a 33rd degree Mason.
Talking to the guy,
right?
The guy that was running around, you know. I told him, hey, my grandpa's a 33rd. He talks to me about everything. And I really like the idea how we got to get rid of the people. There's so many people on the planet in world order. And he really opened up for a minute until he seen that I was videotaping. Long story short is...
What did he say? Wait a second. Don't go past that. What did he say when he opened up to you? What did he start talking about?
He says, I love the idea. He's telling me that we need so much less people in the world. we're not making it. We're talking about how we're consuming up all the vital resources. There's only supposed to be 500 million.
Wait a second, let me stop. You're going fast. So he says there's supposed to be a lot less people in the world, that the majority of, so many people are consuming up all the resources, and there's only supposed to be 500 million people in the world.
Right.
That's what a 33rd degree Mason said. Wow. Keep on going.
Well, and then when I was talking about the chipping, you know, he kind of laughed it off, thinking that, you know, acting, well, he knew that I knew what he was doing.
Right.
So it's basically, it's kind of like a joke. But when I saw people coming up and getting chipped, they were just signing waivers saying that it was okay for them to keep the information on file.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
And aside from that,
how did they do the process? You said something about the eyes.
They would sit down.
Right.
And they would look at the eye.
So they do a
camera.
retina scan? Okay.
Yeah, they do a retina scan. And then they write down a lot of information, the height of the child, and then basically the color and the skin and stuff like that.
What about the voice? You said something about the voice.
Yeah, you're talking to a microphone. They have you say different things. And then they give you back a CD and they keep.
So they record your voice. They record your voice. They scan your eye with the camera, and then they have you fill out a whole lot of forms giving like height, weight information, things like that. Because I saw that like on the video that we're showing on this clip. He was saying something about eradicating people too, like killing people.
Yeah, he was just saying that, you know how we had to get rid of so much of the population.
How many people? Yeah, he gave a statistic. What was the statistic?
It was 4 to 1.
So every 4.
Out of 5, 4 got to go.
So out of every 5 people, 4 got to go.
Yeah.
That means you. Go ahead.
And it was just, well, as soon as he seen that I had a camera on me, that he basically should shut up, and he walked away. And after that, it was just, I just kind of followed around the fair a little bit. People were watching me, and aside from that, I just kind of watched from a distance.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. You have to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt, disbelief. Free your mind.
I'm a lost now and bottled up.